Howdy folk, it's Johnny Boy Seeds here, and today we're going to take a look into my DC Multiverse custom Batman. Now, this Batman is a kit bash of technically 3 figures, and a bit of additions of my own. Reasoning of why I made this Batman was because, well, honestly, generally what most customers do, I think, is because they're bored and they have fun with the hobby, and B is because there was no normal looking default Batman at the time when these figures were out. Yes, there was the first Batman, which I absolutely did not like the look of at all, so I didn't pick it up. Then there was the Greg Capullo one of the same like DC metal stuff. Except, well, I did like the design, it didn't feel normal enough for me. It felt a little eccentric, very expressive to like one look. And while that's okay and all, it's just not something I really like. Because at some points, it just kind of hinders the possibility and the storytelling of pictures and stuff, and literally when I'm playing with my stuff, which sometimes I do. But I did get to pick up the DC Death Metal Batman, the one with the jacket and his bike. I picked up that bike. That bike is beautiful. And I also did pick up the first not the first Todd McFarlane designed Batman. And that was my first Multiverse figure, and I enjoyed it until some unfortunate things happen. I'll get into that later when I'm talking about the Frankensteining I did. But anyways, let's take a closer look on this Batman. As you can see, I took off the DC Rebirth, the old Mattel DC Multiverse Batman head. And as you can see, there's blue showing, but there's black. And I painted it black. As you can see, there's still some blue picking through from the spikes, which I could have repainted the spikes, but I didn't feel like it. I sometimes get lazy. And I like the little fade anyways. And that's the arms of the Todd McFarlane Batman. I painted the strap black, and I didn't paint this primarily because this joint, if I painted that black, and I don't really like prepping figures at all. It's a hassle to me. I can't seem to get it quite right. So if I painted that, the paint would probably, most likely, would chip off. So, and it also had a different head intended for this. So in my head, I was like, you know what? He had like a blue glove, a blue like cloth glove underneath, and it probably gets like a little, a little washed out with the dries and stuff and the washing of clothes. But honestly, I don't think Batman has to deal with that. He probably just buys multiples of the same thing, which has been depicted before. Then we got the torso. I don't know what happened with this emblem. It came like this weird like texture on it. I haven't decided to fix it or anything, but it doesn't bother me that much, that's why. And then the rest is just DC Multiverse Death Metal Batman. And then I made this soft goods cape, which is huge. Like, it spreads a lot. Like, it can engulf him. Look at that. It can just eat him up. Excuse me about that. But, I don't typically like posing him like that. Maybe with one arm in the shadow and, like, the other one out. I like doing that. But right now I don't have him in the right pose to do that pose. So yeah, let me just get him on the stand. So that's my DC Multiverse Batman, and time to look at spare pieces I got. So originally, Why is he leaning like that? Originally, he was gonna use the Todd McFarlane head. As you can see, I still have the motif of like cloth underneath, so the blue is the cloth and the plated areas like the cowl is black. Now, I could have stayed with this head, which I really enjoy this head. This head is great. It's so Batman. It's so like gritty. But I prefer longer eared cowls because I grew up with the Nolan trilogy stuff. So take that as you will. Here's the body of the Batman that I don't like anymore, and I'll tell you why. This area, it has too much sculpt on top of the rubber lay piece, because this is soft, but it's not as soft as this. So me, without knowing, I was just used to, you know, having my Batman in like crouching, like kicking poses and stuff. And while the outward motion is, well, not anymore okay, and the front and back motion was not okay as well, and I kept on pushing my figure, and it snapped the joints, the little like cups in there, the seat, I don't know, and they snapped, and then now if I articulate it, instead of actually articulating and moving the joint, it just pops off, and it's popping off, and I decided not to like this figure anymore because of that. Here are the DC Death Metal arms, and a little nice thing I think that I did was I painted the Black Lantern logo on it, the ring, and I'm pretty proud of that because it's super small. Excuse me. And for batarangs, I just used the Lego ones. I like silver ones primarily because I have the most of the silver ones, but if I find a black one, I pose them with the black one. And here's the coat. All this can be reversed back to the Death Metal Batman and the McFarlane Batman, but I wouldn't do that. Well, it's not for the McFarlane. But if I want to take off the cape, take off the arms, pop on these arms, take off the head, put the jacket back on, you know, just boom, like nothing happened. But usually I don't really go back and forth, but I think now I will, especially if I get the Robert Pattinson Batman, because I really enjoyed that design, and the movie, I enjoyed it as well. Now, time to see with some size comparison to some other DC Multiverse figures from Todd McFarlane. And here is Red Hood from Three Jokers, which is also a great storyline. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah. Let's put him down here. Here he is with DC Rebirth Joker, but before I put him up next to Batman, I wanted to show you that I repainted his face. I took off the red. I painted it white. I didn't take it off. And then the teeth were like this brown, and it gave me like a wooden teeth look, like it was rotting, you know, like the wooden teeth, like wooden dentures. Yeah, I didn't like that. And while it looked good, that's not my Joker. So I painted him up, and now he's like my favorite Joker. And I don't really see any need to get any Joker anymore. But if I really wanted to, I might get the Killing Joker. Was that it was the criminal, the comedian Joker. I might get him, but I don't think so. I'm fine with this Joker. This Joker is more than suffice for me. Well, here they are. Look at that family portrait. What a slice of goody comic goodness that is. I don't know what to say at this point. But besides, yeah. Originally I had planned to go back through all my older customs, but I decided not to, because I don't even display those customs anymore, and they're quite rough because they're earlier stuff, and I feel like I've improved now compared to back then. I mean, I still have a few old stuff on the channel, so you could go back and be a judge for yourself. Alrighty, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, y'all should stick around because I feel like I'll probably be posting more later. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.